Every single year, hundreds of thousands of bright, ambitious people hand over $150,000 to elite universities for a piece of paper called an MBA. They spend 2 grueling years memorizing case studies of dead corporations. But the moment they step into the real world, they realize they have no idea how to actually make a dollar. What if everything you've been told about learning business is a carefully constructed illusion? In 2008, Josh Kaufman looked at the exploding cost of higher education and asked a radical question. What if you could learn everything you actually need to know to run a successful business on your own terms, without going bankrupt? That question birthed the Personal MBA. For generations, society has pushed a single narrative. If you want to play in the big leagues, you need a golden ticket from a prestigious business school. You need professors in tweed jackets talking about abstract corporate synergy. But behind closed doors, modern entrepreneurs were discovering a different reality. The internet didn't care about your GPA. Markets didn't care about your case study analysis. Markets only cared about one thing: value. Kaufman realized that business isn't an arcane science reserved for elite scholars. It is a predictable, learnable system. And at the heart of that system are 5 interlocking ironclad components. If a business fails, it is because one of these 5 core boxes is broken. Box number 1: value creation. Before you can make a single cent, you have to identify something people actually want or need, and then figure out how to create it. Most aspiring entrepreneurs fail right here because they fall in love with their own ideas instead of customer demand. Box number 2: marketing. Building a great product in total silence is a recipe for bankruptcy. Marketing isn't slimy manipulation. It's the art of attracting attention and building genuine trust with the exact people who need your solution. Box number 3: sales. Attention is worthless if it doesn't convert. Sales is the delicate art of turning a curious browser into a committed buyer by removing every last barrier standing between them and the solution. Box number 4: value delivery. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you promise the world and deliver garbage, your business will implode via negative reviews and churn. True profitability lives in keeping your promises reliably and profitably. Box number 5: finance. Bringing money in is only half the battle. If more cash flows out than flows in, you're dead in the water. Finance is making sure the engine has enough fuel to survive tomorrow. Let's look at a real-world example. Consider a local artisan bakery versus a failing gourmet restaurant chain. The restaurant chain spent millions on fancy interior design and complex management structures, ignoring core cash flow and customer value. The local bakery focused intensely on great daily bread, value creation, local word of mouth, marketing, friendly checkout counters, sales, consistent quality, value delivery, and strict ingredient cost control, finance. The restaurant collapsed under a mountain of debt. The bakery thrived. Why? Because complexity is often just a disguise for a broken foundation. But understanding the 5 parts is only half the battle. Kaufman introduces us to the hidden psychological forces that govern every market. Enter the iron law of the market. If nobody wants what you're selling, it doesn't matter how smart your strategy is. You will fail. Think about how many tech startups spend years coding an app that solves a problem nobody actually has. They confuse personal passion with market demand. They build a fortress in a ghost town. Then there is the concept of perceived value. Why will someone happily pay $8 for an artisan coffee at a hip aesthetic cafe, but complain about a $2 drip coffee at a diner? Because value is entirely subjective. It is shaped by emotion, branding, convenience, and status. This brings us to a major turning point in our understanding of commerce. Business isn't about exploiting people. It's about transactions where both parties genuinely believe they are better off after the exchange than before. Trade is the engine of human cooperation. Yet, like any powerful tool, the Personal MBA has its critics. Some traditionalists argue that self-education lacks the peer network and elite recruiting pipelines of a top-tier Ivy League university. Furthermore, critics point out that reading a book on management doesn't instantly grant you the emotional resilience required to handle high-stakes corporate crises or manage a volatile team under intense financial pressure. And that is a fair critique. Theory without execution is just entertainment. Reading about swimming won't keep you from sinking in deep water. You have to jump in. Which leads us to practical execution. How do you take these mental models and apply them starting today? Lesson 1. Audit your current projects through the 5-part lens. Where is the leak? Is your marketing strong, but your sales conversion broken? Is your product great, but nobody knows it exists? Lesson 2. Always prioritize market research over personal assumption. Talk to real people, solve real pain points, and test your hypotheses with minimal capital before going all in. Ultimately, the Personal MBA delivers a liberating verdict. You do not need permission, a massive loan, or a framed diploma from a storied institution to create value in the world. You just need curiosity, discipline, and an obsession with solving real problems for real people. The gates are open. The tools are yours. What will you build?